Well, with Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny flopping at the box office to really nobody's surprise, kids and teens are not going to turn out to see an 80-year-old in an adventure film. However, and predictably so, there is a sect of YouTubers who are pointing the blame elsewhere. It's woke, it's feminist, it's Kathleen Kennedy interjecting her politics. And this group can be best described as the cult of the critical drinker. Friends of the critical drinker who attend his live streams. If you thought the talking heads of basic cable news were a problem, wait till you see what happens when everybody agrees. These smaller content creators guest on critical drinkers' open bar and after hours, reinforcing their leaders' notion that everything has an agenda. And I think that for moviegoers who actually saw Dial of Destiny, this should be the turning point. This should be when the light comes on and you understand that you're being played. Okay, so first we have Melanie, another channel that can't review a movie. She's heard about the ending, saw the trailer, so here's an article to react to. She has comments saying that she knew she'd make this video, which should tell you, well, good, that this was not a video that needed to be made. This is farmed content, not critiquing a film naturally. Heels versus Babyface, 12-minute non-review. You're going to hear a lot of this. I would rather watch X than watch this again. This has come to be how people who don't know what they're talking about compare things. He's not saying why it's a bad movie, he's saying it's worse than something else he's calling bad, signaling to a familiar point of reference for his audience. Overlord DVD, aka Doomcock, 19-minute review, willfully misrepresenting events to enforce the dangerous feminist narrative. Of course, the video kicks off asking for money up front. And for my last example, I want to talk about Dave Cullen. This channel was one I just lost respect for.
I don't think there's anything I can add to the commentary and critiques of Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny that hasn't already been said in many reviews of the film across YouTube.
Dave, if you really believed that, you would have had the scruples to not make this video. But why pass up easy ad revenue, right? I'm not comfortable with calling these people reviewers or critics. They're content creators. Part of the cult of the critical drinker, they complain about filmmaking kowtowing to company lines, and yet here they are. There is no chance in hell they are capable of going into a movie with an open mind. They know they have to give an over-the-top negative review to get the clicks, likes, and comments. They know they can throw their weight behind the next Mission Impossible despite the track record of cash grabs split into two separate films, i.e. Part 1 not being so great. Big Daddy Drinker has decided ahead of time, the memo has gone out that this is the movie we are going to get behind this summer. And thus it will come as no surprise to you, the viewer, when these content creators have reviews fawning over Dead Reckoning Part 1. One of two things is happening here. These channels either know what they're doing and are purposely misrepresenting stories, selectively editing events, applying spin to wherever it is deemed profitable. Or maybe they don't know what they're doing. They don't take the time to watch what it is they're talking about, and they are simply making the laziest content that works. The YouTube algorithm does not evaluate quality. It sees you are looking for woke propaganda, and these content creators are simply filling that void. How much think reinforcing your views can you possibly need? And look, I'm not blameless here. I started the trend. My review of The Force Awakens was the first negative review of that film on YouTube. And if I played this game, I would only make this content that I'm being critical of right now. I miss the halcyon days of younger YouTube where people could actually review content and move on to the next subject. Instead, this cesspool has created a conclave of alarmists who have nothing better to do than react to blog posts presented as though they're breaking the story, when it's really just what you want to hear, according to the algorithm.
If you appreciate a YouTube channel that doesn't just pad out content to get to the 8-minute mark so that it can hammer you with ad breaks, then you should subscribe to my son's channel. You just got done watching it.